I don't know if my kids slept last night. I think they were awake pretty much all night in anticipation of April Fools.
Okay. And you reacted appropriately that you were so surprised. And
I did.
You got God.
I got got. Well, anyways, should we get into the shows?
I guess we should. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Maggie.
And I'm Amanda.
And we're sisters in law.
We started with Suits and then began scheming.
If you love TV, check out what's streaming.
It's only show.
Man, do I have some interesting news for you, Margaret.
I love
since you last saw me, I started taking creatine.
What's that?
Do you know what
it sounds
that
like
is?
something for Superman.
It's for like muscles. See that line?
Oh my gosh.
I'm been a little bored with like my working out, and I want to enter one of those muscle competitions.
No.
I can't say it with
Amanda.
Straight face. Yeah, where you go, you lose so much weight it makes you tan. Like you get so muscly, it makes you tan.
I don't think you lose the weight and get muscly and get tan. I think you paint your body.
Well,
dark.
I think you're dehydrated. It's like something like that, and then I think there's a vitamin you take, and then it makes you real tan. And then I think you have to go to like a tanning bed.
It comes from the inside? I thought it was sprayed.
I think part of that is from the inside.
No.
It's the insides of a bodybuilder. It just starts happening. And you get a little glitter bikini.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't. I support everything you do. But if I have to go,
and that's why I was like,
if I have to go to a show where you are in a glitter hot pink bikini and your neck is the size of my ass, I will not like it. I would not. I would feel very uncomfortable. Please don't. Please take the creatine, but don't enter a bodybuilding competition. Please, Amanda.
I'm not telling you that you have to come to that would be so sweet for you to fly across the country for that, but I wasn't expecting it. Though there might be an opportunity for you to be like a sign girl and like walk across and be like, up next.
You wouldn't expect it, but it would be one of those things that the entire family would have a thread going on without you, and it would be like, Amanda, it would mean a lot to Amanda if you guys came. And Colin, I would be like, oh man, it would mean a lot. She's like, she's been working so hard. You know how much creatine she's been eating? Just spoonfuls of bowls of creatine to get ready. She is so tan.
I'm so tan from the inside. I'm doing it it's supposed to be good for people my age, women my age. It's supposed to be good for us, and it helps with, like, because you lose a lot of muscle when you get older. Mm-hmm. Every year we're losing. Every year we're losing it. Boom, 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 boom. And then it's also supposed to help with, like, brain fog. It doesn't give it to you. It takes it away.
Wait, quick question.
Noticed.
What is creatine? Because I once started taking collagen, and then I found out that collagen is like smushed up bones, and then I couldn't do it anymore because I could taste the bones.
Okay, we've talked about this before. I think I said, this is early Suits, I think I said, I don't believe you that you could taste the bones. I think that I could pull that episode up.
Okay, well, I could, but what is creatine? Is it
because
like
that's
secretions?
wild to me. But look, it's not I'm not eating secretion.
I don't know, what is it? Creatine sounds like secreatine.
Secrete?
What is it?
I'm not eating powdered secretions, okay?
What is it, Amanda?
It's a powder that you take, but I'm doing it in liquid form because I got suckered into some high grade kind.
Because it's not powdered secretion, it's just the secretion.
They didn't have to go through the process. I just am getting
a little less expensive. It's not processed secretion. Secreatine. It's just the secretion.
Immediately after the secretion happens, it's going into a bottle and it's getting shipped to the old Suits podcast.
Slurp it up.
Studio.
No, what is it? What is creatine?
It is 5 milligrams of this stuff that I'm taking.
Is it milky? I'm confused about what it is.
Why, you're not taking it?
No, I keep saying, what is creatine? Where does creatine come from? And the internet's not telling me.
Well, it was created somewhere.
It's created.
Anyways, that's what I'm doing. I can't wait for you to come visit and you can watch my regimen. I also have a new fiber I'm taking in a fish oil. I'm really trying to be a little biohacker over here.
Where did you just get these from Dr. TikTok or?
No, I did not buy it from Dr. TikTok. I bought it from Mrs. Instagram.
Oh, she's a missus.
She is.
She's a natural healer.
Older and wiser.
Love it. So, what'd you think of these shows? Let's brief it.
Well, should I do a brief?
Yeah, brief it up.
It's kind of weird to do briefs for like
Pilots.
2 first episodes. Yeah.
Well, tell us what we're watching. What we watched.
Well, Maggie, we watched the pilot of Rooster and the pilot of Imperfect Women. And here's what I have to say about these 2 shows now that I'm all jacked up on some creatine. Pilots have a tough job. They have to take on a big task, guide people through uncharted territories, sometimes overnight, sometimes at weird times. Sometimes a pilot gets delayed, and maybe sometimes their co-pilot falls asleep. In fact, sometimes pilots have to bring their own meal because they don't even get the food on the plane. But we're not talking about that kind of pilot. We're talking about a pilot of a television show, but they are eerily similar because pilots of a television show have to guide people on a journey. Sometimes it's in the day, sometimes it's at night. Sometimes they get delayed. Sometimes those pilots don't even have a co-pilot, like another show to go along with it. And sometimes they got to bring their own snacks. These 2 pilots had each other as co-pilots in crime. And quite frankly, I thought they were both kind of chaotic and we'll probably still keep watching.
Okay.
Up, and away.
Oh, we have liftoff. It's pilot season at Only Show
It is
Fans.
pilot season.
Okay. It was, we talked about this a little bit, but we were like, we're just going to watch the pilots. We're just going to watch the first episode, see if we would continue, right?
Yeah.
But 2 things. One is pretty much every show we've watched recently, most of them in 2026, the first episode hasn't done it for us. And it's not until like episode 3 that we're like invested. And so I could see that with myself in this. And I was like, gosh, would I continue if it weren't for this show? You know? And so when we don't have to continue, would I? And I did because I am a binger. I guess I can't just do the pilot. I can't do it. I was like, I got to keep watching. I watched 3 episodes of each of these.
It's like a freaking Lay's potato chip. You can't have just one.
Yeah. Once you pop, you can't stop. Pringles, pilots.
Yeah,
Both start with P. Is that a coincidence?
I mean, no, I think not.
I think we know.
I also did the same thing. I watched all 3 of both of them. And we're going to try not to talk about all of that, but, you know, the creatine maybe hadn't kicked in. So I might not remember.
We don't know. Do you want to start? Okay, wait. Actually, we get to pick. We have 2 shows we're talking about. Which one of these 2 shows, very different shows, which one after the pilot were you more excited about and thinking about more? And we're like, wanted to press the second episode.
Oh. Well, this is a hard question because on Imperfect Women, I actually had the control in my hand and had to select to keep it going. And on Rooster, I was putting together some old end tables that I bought on Amazon a few years ago that I found in my garage. And I'll just tilt the computer here if anybody wants to see. They're here. I've got to get them to the bedroom. I don't know if I'm going to keep them. Anyways, I was kind of bored while I was watching Rooster, so it just rolled in. So I didn't have a choice. I had to watch it. But I will say, I think probably Imperfect Women, because Rooster was hard for me the first episode.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, so let's talk about Rooster.
Oh, you want to talk about Rooster first then?
Yeah, you loved it.
I did like Rooster. I think because I watched it with Kyle, and while we were watching it, like Steve Carell is so awkward and he says the wrong thing pretty much always. And at the same time, Kyle and I both said, "That's me." Like, that's me, as in Kyle said, "That's you," and I said, "That's me." And so I probably found Steve Carell's character endearing, relatable, precious, perfect, like not an imperfect woman, but a perfect woman who makes mistakes if that woman was a man who was also a writer on a college campus.
Of beach reads.
Of beach reads. Yeah, of sexy beach reads. Like when
Sexy beach reads.
So he's this traveling professor. Or he's not a professor. I'm sorry. He's not even a professor. He didn't even graduate college, but he's at this college that his wife was like a big deal at, his ex-wife, because they're divorced, and his daughter is a professor there. And he comes in as like a guest lecturer, an author, and he is a square peg in a round university because he is not ever been to college, and he's a beach read guy, and he's talking about his book. And one of the students is like, basically calls him on the book being incredibly sexist and not intelligent at all. And he really steps in it many times.
Yeah, so many times. He steps in it so many times. You know, I thought all the characters, all of the main character, I mean, he is the main character, but there's lots of, this is an ensemble cast. I think they all, for the most part, have a strong, interesting story to them. Here was my one thing about, I mean, I'm going to keep watching it because I'm curious, and maybe this is me, like, idealizing television a lot. I thought there wasn't one, like, I'm thinking about an improv scene, right? And you've got grounded and absurd points of view. And there needs to be somebody who is somewhat grounded in this cast of characters to kind of anchor it and bring these like people back, try and bring them back to a voice of reason. Let them be the voice of reason, right? There isn't one grounded character on this show. Everybody's fucking absurd and insane. Like they all have so much stuff going on. And so it was harder for me to be like, I can't center this around anything. And not that like you need a grounded person to talk them into the absurd people to becoming grounded, but it just like the dichotomy of it all really works. And there isn't one here. But maybe it's me, again, idealizing TV and wishing that there was somebody grounded when really we're all absurd.
We're all absurd.
Maybe we're just all absurd.
I
right?
didn't think that they were like leaps and bounds absurd. I felt like they were all just like one quirk away from being normal people. So it's like the same. They're like the creators. I think it's from the creators of Ted Lasso, I believe. Also interesting. This was shot on a studio lot. Isn't that interesting to you?
Oh wow, it's a studio show.
Yeah, they like built the studio for it. Anyways, for the lot, you know what they do in Hollywood when they do that.
They build it.
Yeah, they built.
We've seen the studio. We've seen the studio.
Yeah, we've seen the studio. We talked about it, so we get Hollywood. Yeah. But I didn't think I thought Dylan, isn't she the other professor who is in charge of she becomes the interim dean? I thought she is pretty grounded, but obviously has her idiosyncrasies. His daughter is a hot mess because her husband had an affair, got his graduate student pregnant, and is leaving her now. So she she's a little unhinged right now. But who among us hasn't been unhinged? Who among us hasn't accidentally burned down a home? Who among us has not had their father move in on a college campus? Who among us?
Yeah, right. I guess
it's just like one. It's like, how they say one crisis away for people. This is just like one quirk away for all of us. We could all be a character in this show.
Yeah. Again, none of them were so wildly absurd that I couldn't believe it. It was just I needed a little bit of like, I needed to see a character ever so often to be like, and like
that's your
my
person.
nervous system needed to kind of relax for a minute, and I didn't have that.
What'd you think of the what is it, Walter Mann, President Mann?
Oh my gosh.
He's played by the guy from Scrubs, John McGinley.
Yes. That character is also wild and absurd, but I loved it. Like, I loved it, but it was like so much.
You're taking creatine, and he's talking about the benefits of protein shakes and cold plunges and red light sauna therapy. I think I was like, this guy is a jerk in a lot of ways, but he looks good for however old he is, and he's preaching to the Mrs. Instagram Reel targeted ad choir. Like, we all know someone like that. We all believe in some of those things.
Sure.
We all try a sauna every once in a while and dip in our toes.
Some of us have saunas in our garage.
Yeah, we do.
Some of us have, yeah, and some of us pay to go to a red light therapy studio and went earlier today.
So you see, we might be that,
We might.
Yeah, I did think some of it went a little, but then you also have to try and like get attention with the first couple episodes. But I am curious to see how it plays out. I will probably keep watching Rooster.
Yeah, we'll probably watch it and cover it, right?
Yeah, cockadoodledo.
Yeah. Cockadoodle doo. You want to keep talking about that or talk about the other one?
Also, Rooster is the name of Steve Carell, Greg Russo's character. Russo is Rooster, basically. In case you were like, why is this show called Rooster? As I was.
I think people probably were wondering that. Yeah.
I was like, where's the rooster? But it's covered in like the first couple minutes, so.
Steve Carell was cast perfectly for that role.
Yes.
That is a great role for him.
He's great.
Yeah, it was really great.
On the other
And
side
we
of
have
the spectrum.
Imperfect Women.
Yeah.
Other side of the spectrum. Imperfect Women.
3 incredible actresses. Our gal from Scandal is basically the lead. Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington.
Plays Eleanor. It's a
Love that
trifecta of friendship. There's Eleanor, played by Kerry Washington. Mary, who's played by Elizabeth Moss. And then there's Nancy. Who plays Nancy?
Kate Mara.
Kate Mara. People say I look like Elizabeth Moss a lot, but they don't say that. They say I look like the woman from The Handmaid's Tale, because that's when she looks really stressed out.
Oh, okay. Elizabeth Moss is also in The West Wing. It's like one of her first roles.
Oh, yeah. She's great.
She's really great.
She's a fantastic actress. So beautiful, too. Some might say she's the perfect woman. She's just so beautiful, stunning. Looks like me. Really, I related to a lot of the characters in these 2 pilots.
I bet. I bet you did.
Okay, so why'd you like this one?
Well, I think they just left us hanging more. I'm trying to solve the problem. I did watch the first episode and a half with Dr. Witt, and she did say, I don't know that Kerry Washington knows how to cry as an actor, because there was a scene where she needed to be crying, and I was like, well, did you not watch her in Scandal? She said no. And I said, well, I watched Scandal several times through, and Kerry Washington does cry, but it's more of a lip quiver, and it's like a I'm frustrated with my lover kind of cry.
Always.
Not my best friend is dead, so what you won't leave, that kind of quiver.
When she was crying, I did have like Scandal flashbacks. I was like, there she is. There's our girl. She'll solve this problem.
Yeah. Well, she got in there a couple of times and started like giving the biz, and I was like, come on, Olivia Pope. And it made me so excited because, she was channeling little Olivia Pope, and I love Olivia Pope.
I love Olivia Pope. I saw a funny,
I love her.
She was on, Kerry Washington was on Call Her Daddy podcast, and then she just called up Fitz, the actor who played Fitz, and they have like such a sweet, real friendship, but it's so flirtatious and fun. And all the comments were like, oh my God, I would not feel secure in my relationship if Kerry Washington and my husband were talking like this to each other.
I'll have to go listen to that podcast. They're real close. That whole Scandal cast, I follow all of them on Instagram individually, and I follow Scandal ABC. Okay, I'm a Scandal head, and I'm a Scandal head for sure. And every time they have like the anniversary of their pilot or of the series finale or whatever, they're all posting about it, and they're all just saying, "Love you guys, miss you," over a cliff, because that's a saying they used to say. And so, not because they threw people over a cliff, like that would, drive over a cliff for you. Yeah. Though Carrie or Olivia and her crew could fix it because they were fixers. Anyways, they are still obsessed with each other a decade later. So that doesn't surprise me that conversation was like that. And they're real close. Mm-hmm. I mean, they had to be. Little
so, in Imperfect Women, the problem that they need to solve is that Nancy, the friend, it gets murdered. She's dead.
Yeah, she does get murdered.
And in the pilot, we just see the fallout of they're all out to dinner celebrating Mary's birthday. It's totally normal college girls, besties getting back together for a night out on the town. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, 5 o'clock in the morning, Eleanor gets a call from Nancy's husband, Robert, that she is dead. She hasn't come home. And Eleanor knows that Nancy's having an affair. She's the only one who knows this.
Right.
She's in the police office. It just seems like there's some suspicion around Eleanor, maybe some suspicion around Robert. It's kind of icky.
It is icky. It does show that they are very much imperfect. Mary does not seem to be too imperfect yet, except that she's kind of getting into trying to solve the case.
Yeah. Mary's got something, though, because her, stepson or her son, her teenage son, he's on probation. And I think Mary projects that she's got this really perfect life. But when she finds out that Eleanor and Nancy kept this affair secret from her, you can tell she's, really offended by it. And she even tells Eleanor, you're not so great, she just kind of snaps back in a way that I was like, ooh, spicy. Yikes.
Spicy.
Eee.
Almost as spicy as 5 grams of creatine every day,
Yeah. Speaking of spicy, quick aside, I love the crispy chicken sandwich from Wendy's. It's been my go-to meal for a long time in my life. Mm-hmm. And Kyle has, all these years we've been together, always thought it was the spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's. And so he got me one. Get it. But I honestly tried it and I didn't even taste a spice. I was like, this tastes like a crispy chicken sandwich. I could not taste the spice on the Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. It tasted just like a crispy chicken sandwich to me. No spice at all.
Sounds like you need to have a conversation with Wendy's. I had to talk about McDonald's last time. Get big McDonald's involved.
Yeah, hot mustard might have a little more spice than the spicy
I was about to say,
sandwich.
Hot, what would fix that is a little bit of hot mustard.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyways, that was my aside. Just because we were talking about spicy. And I was like, I know about spicy. And I know something that's not. Imperfect Women, spicy. Wendy's, spicy crispy chicken sandwich? No.
So it's a fried chicken sandwich that's supposed to be spicy, kind of like the spicy chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
That's spicy. That'll... Your tongue.
No, haven't had it. I don't really like it. No, thank you.
Boo.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no. Was that creatine coming out?
No, you just got so much louder.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay. I'll fix it in post.
Mm-hmm. Fix it. Okay, Depo. I go missing. Okay. And
I feel like this Depo keeps coming up because of all the shows we're watching.
Yeah, there's always someone missing. Okay. My friend, my bestie Sarah comes to you because you're my two brunette besties. Mm-hmm. And she says, Maggie's missing. And also, she was starting another podcast. And I know that she had this secret podcast partner that she told me about. And this is news to you. You didn't know that I was in talks with another podcaster. But now I'm missing. How do you respond? What are you feeling even at just the mention of this mysterious scenario?
I think, the best thing to do is to quickly take to the airwaves and just record a solo episode of the Only Show Fans. And, and I'll call it Unsolved Mysteries. And I will try and go back through all the Unsolved Mysteries and watch one that is similar to, a sister and a sister-in-law doing a podcast and missing. And then I'll record, my own recap of it and then do a plea at the end. But if there's not an episode of Unsolved Mysteries, then I will quickly write a teleplay and then do a GoFundMe to raise money and film it and get it produced and aired so then I can then record a podcast about an unsolved mystery about our life in hopes that brings more attention to it. So I think that's probably the quickest path. And I would put my emotions aside right now about you having a secret podcast just because I know it wouldn't be as good. So I wouldn't really worry about it too much. And make my focus all on finding you through either an original Unsolved Mysteries television show podcast recap or writing a teleplay of a new Unsolved Mysteries and producing it and then recording it. So all in due time.
Thank you. I feel like my life is safe in your hands. That was the perfect response. I can't even tell you how relieved I am to know that. I would never, by the way, start a secret podcast and not talk to you about it. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, thank you. I have a depot for you now.
Oh.
Depot. You are in my house, and there is a painting of me naked, kind of upside down on a couch. And you had never seen it before. And you were like, oh, I know Amanda loves art. Like, I'm a big art person. And you're looking at it, and then you realize it's my naked body kind of upside down on a couch. How do you react?
Okay, is this before or after the bodybuilding competition?
This is... It's a good question. There's actually two. I had the artist paint before and after so that I could be reminded of my progress. And also hanging around my waist is a tape measure where I've measured my waist.
You're holding in your hand just boiled chicken breast.
Boiled chicken breast, and then I have chicken breast around my neck, and then I'm also holding up my creatine with my hand behind it, but I'm upside down on the couch. What's your reaction? Pink glitter bikini and all.
I think I'd be like... I think I'd be like... We can't know for sure this is Amanda. We can't know for sure. Because we didn't go to the bodybuilding contest. I'd say, Kyle, we don't know. Is that what she looks like? Like, we don't know. We've never seen her in a glittery
as a muscle lady,
orange from the inside. We don't know.
Yeah.
And then I would feel
tan on the inside.
So bad. I would feel a crushing weight of guilt. I'd be like, I knew we should have gone. And Kyle would be like, babe,
you can't ID me.
Calm down. That's clearly supposed to be Amanda, whether we saw her or not. And I'd say, no, Kyle. And then I'd say something like, we did this, because I'd feel the guilt. Like, I'd feel like we did it. And then the police would hear that and they'd take us downtown and we'd be like, no, that was just me saying that. But that's not a confession. And then I would say, you need to let me out because I need to record and release a podcast episode on Unsolved Mysteries of my sister-in-law. And I either need to write a teleplay or I need to find an episode that I can recap. And then they would let me out and then we would find you.
Okay. Well, many roads lead to Rome, We all got there in a different way.
All of them lead there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up. And if this isn't the episode that really is going to help our trajectory, I don't actually know what is.
I mean, this is a great pilot for Only Show fans.
Our brand.
Our brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Our brand.
and honestly, Imperfect Women ended really strong. I thought the pilot ended. I was like, ooh, what?
Yeah.
Did I miss
Are there
something?
more episodes out now? When do they come out? They come out weekly?
Yeah, I think there's 4 episodes out.
Okay.
But I
I've
stopped
only
at
seen
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, though, Maggie, we have another one coming. We're going to watch the whole series, or the whole season, right?
Yeah. We are going to be watching FX's Love Story by your man, Ryan Murphy.
He's not my man. He's your man.
He's your man, Ryan Murphy. He's the producer on it. This is a show that the New York Times just talked about because it's a scandalous show, as was the love affair between Carolyn Bessette and JFK Jr.
Yeah.
Not so
My
much
parents said it was
scandalous,
really
but
good.
captivating, maybe.
Yeah. Captivating. Real quick, pause. In 2 sentences, how are you feeling about Summer House?
Oh, this is on the record?
Mm-hmm.
So, in all honesty, I am only like in the orbit of Summer House. I don't watch it religiously. Like, it's not my Bravo du jour.
So you're fine.
I'm okay, but I will say it's pretty scandalous because Amanda, not you, but Amanda from Summer House, her and Kyle Cook, not Kyle, your brother, they were married.
Right.
They were like, oh, we're separated. And then she falls into the arms of Wes, who's dating Sierra.
I mean, it means absolutely nothing to me, but I did come out of a meeting. I was at SMU for most of the day yesterday, and I had my phone on D&D like I do. And I came out to a group thread that was going back and forth discussing the Summer House drama and Christy Nome's husband.
Oh, Christy Nome's husband.
And it was just, I mean, there was 100 messages, I think. I was just like, well, I've really missed a big news day.
It was a big news day. It was a big news day, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say for me, Scandival was a bigger deal because I watched Vanderpump Rules and have since,
never seen it.
Early 20s. But Vanderpump Rules is a good show. Summer House is a fine show. I just never really bought into it.
Well, those who bought in are really upset about it.
It's a real shitty thing. You know? Real.
Happens. Real life is shitty. Mm-hmm. Real life is shitty.
They're just imperfect people.
They are imperfect people.
And they're just thinking with their cockadoodledo roosters and not their creatine cleared mind. That's my thought. And I tied it back together.
It's another way to end it. I'm just going to go ahead and sign us out. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcast. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review.
And if you don't know what to say in your review, you could say, this podcast is not unlike a pilot, sometimes delayed, packing their own lunch. And I forgot the rest of what you said. But if you're listening now and you're thinking about your review, just rewind to Amanda's brief at the beginning of this episode, around minute 14. Mm-hmm. When we talk about pilots. And then copy it. You could probably see the transcript, and then you copy that and just put it in the review. Because it was so beautiful.
What a sign off.
Thank you. Very strong.
Bye.